Yo, how's it going, everyone? Is that time once again? We are back for the Dokkan early stream. The Hidden God Goku EZA is out today. We also have login. We have 30 stone reward for like the golden week, just like a thank you thing, I guess, because obviously we didn't get top grossing. So it's kind of like a mini, not really top grossing reward, which is cool. And then we also get the 5+8 stones because it's Gohan Day. I probably should have put that in the title, really, but not that it really matters too much. But yeah, there was like, what, 10 box space as well. But yeah, 10 box space is nice. I think it was just 10, which is, you know, is what it is. Yeah, apathy, how's it going? I'm early for once. But yeah, so that was just from literally logging in and accepting the daily login thing. 48 stones. It's not bad. So we've got Break the Limits Dokkan campaign part 2. Obviously they've added, well, not even part 2 yet, but they've added in the Hidden God Goku EZA, right? Because it doesn't count as part of Goku or Gohan, Goku and Goten Day. That's the kind of annoying thing, is it means if they don't count that as part of the thing, it means we basically just didn't get anything for this, like, apart from the login bonus and like the, you know, the meat items event and stuff like that, which we get every year. The Book of War things, which literally you can only exchange for terrible units, so who cares? Like, so weird. But yeah, how's everyone doing this morning? I mean, it's morning for me. I know it's evening for some of you guys. We'll get the Hidden God Goku EZA done here. It's not going to take very long, considering that the team required is Accelerated Battle, which is a very, very powerful team. So, yeah, exactly. Like, that's the thing. You just use it for Kais, but, like, even... I've got so many Kais that even it now feels like a waste. Like, anytime I use red coins for, like, Kais or something like that, because I don't have anything else I need to get, it just feels like a massive waste. Alright, let's just do this, team. Because we can literally just go Pure Saiyans, Accelerated Battle, LRs. Put you on there. Put you on there. Might as well put you on there because you've got type advantage. Alright, so there you go. Not putting that in the game announcements because, yeah, all the units suck. I mean, that's the thing, like, the three, I do wish someone had said it in the comments, and obviously we know that for the most part, like, they've said they're only going to start off with Super EZAs being for Dokkan Fest exclusives and LRs, but like, this would have been the absolute perfect time. They should have just Super EZA'd those 3 Family Kamehameha units, the STR, Goku and Goten, and the AGL Gohan. Like, just Super EZA them. And then don't they all get their... Because they all get their medals from, like, one event. It's like the Family Kamehameha thing. So it'd only have to be one stage still for, like, a Super EZA that gives medals for all 3 of them. Like, that would have been so good. Like, because people are feeling a little bit disappointed about Golden Week so far, that I've seen for, like, the most part. Obviously, we're not, you know, we're not even halfway through the celebration yet, but the beginning of it has been, like, a little bit lackluster, especially with the fact that a lot of people don't even like the actual, you know, 3 out of the 4, like, new units. So that would have been something to give people a little bit of a, like, boost up again. Because then also it's the first, it would have been the first, because it's going to happen eventually, but it would have been the first non-Dokkan Fest and non-like LR Super EZA, which then obviously gets people a little bit excited to think about like what they could do next as a non, you know, like we talked about like Marseille and AGL Tapion, like those kind of characters who aren't technically Dokkan Fests, but like could get a Super EZA maybe one day. Got a hit off top grossing stones. Well, I'm assuming these were intended to be for them, but we didn't hit it. Yeah, it feels like one of those like, oh, we didn't hit top grossing, but here's some stones anyway, kind of thing. And we're just gonna call it a like a thank you, like thank you for taking part in the celebration. Here's some stones, like. But yeah, if we had hit top grossing, it would have just been called top grossing instead. I feel like. But you know, here's what it is. We take 3 stones. I don't care what they call it in game. I'm tempted to do another rotation for it, but that's it. I can only do one, like a rotation for hit. But then the problem is I just won't have like basically any stones for when the Part 2 LR comes out, and I don't get paid until after like what? It's like just over a week after the Part 2 LR comes out, so it's going to be a case of whatever stones I have now is how many stones I'll have for the Part 2 LR. So. Well, how long is the 3+? I'm assuming the 3+1 is still on. How long is it actually on for? Oh, yeah, I really should turn the animations off. It's going to make this take longer for no reason. Because yeah, everybody has one. So of course even Vegeta has one because we're fighting against a Goku. In like 3 more days. Because yeah, I was going to say we could potentially, I guess, could make it a goal for like the World Tournament weekend special like subathon thing. That if we like if we hit all of our goals or something throughout the weekend, maybe I'll do a summon rotation at the end or something. Although yeah, it would have to be before the end of Sunday, I think. Yeah, because 24 hours like times 3, so 72. Oh, if it's 100 and something hours, that's like 4 days. So yeah, that should take us up to like Monday at some point. Ended up pulling Piccolo today and immediately barbered him. I mean, fair. If a membership hits me, you do a rotation. I mean, that is playing with fire, because that could literally be the first, like, that could be the first 5 minutes of the first day, for all we know. Which would be kind of funny if after all this time that is actually what happened. Let's do this. Enemy level 4. It's a good thing, like, LR EZAs are nice and quick and easy, so... God bless the 10 stages instead of 30. Oh, Barbara Robot Man as well. If I have to wait 5 turns to be a one-trick pony, I'd rather use a different unit. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, like, on the podcast, is... Like, with what he does, it's not really that impressive. Like, on what team are you running him on? Like, realistically, where you are probably not just running somebody way better. Like realistically. I've officially retired from World Tournament grinding. What? Apathy, you're one of the big grinders, one of the high placement finishers in the community. Say it ain't so. 40 mil attack stats for hitting Goku. Interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. At least we get, like I say, at least this is nice and easy. I mean, it is true, really. At the end of the day, the rewards that you get for the World Tournament really just aren't worth the time that you spend grinding. Like, I do it for the content, obviously, do it for the streams. Some people, like the people who go for trying to get into, like, you know, the highest placements possible every time. It's just, like, wild. But you may get Magetta. I'm going to do one final rotation on hit spin. I'll just wait till worldwide. Let's think. So 500 stones. If you do a rotation, you go down to 350. Worldwide is what? Or end of August. So you've got like 2 months between now and then. If you did do another rotation and then don't spend any stones between now and worldwide, you could maybe get to 1,000 stones by then. I guess it depends what else we get in between. Like, obviously, if we get another world tournament, then that's a few more as well, which I imagine between now and worldwide, considering we'd have over 2 full months, probably would be another one, right?
All right, let's do this.
I'll do one if you do one. Hey, we'll see what happens over the weekend, right? We could all do one together. Yeah, Magetta still gets stunned even if he dodges, which is hilariously bad. We're on a streak now of getting bad EZAs. I mean, hitting God Goku's EZA is good, right? Supposedly. That's what everyone's been saying. Obviously not like super busted, oh my god, this is now the new best EZA, but I thought people were relatively happy with this one. And then like the blue Kaioken Goku Super EZA was decent, obviously not like super crazy or anything, but because yeah, if there's like over 100 hours left now, that's like 4 days, so
All right, let's do this.
yeah, because also didn't we literally just got like AGL Pycon and Tech Janemba as well. We also got STR Pycon in that same batch, so it's not exactly all been good, but I don't think people are satisfied unless the EZA makes top 3. Yeah, yeah. Like we've had some like EZAs have been a bit like hit or miss, like as they always are for like, you know, over the last however long. But we've gotten some really good ones. Like but yeah, I mean, given how good like the 10th anniversary LR, we've got like the three big ones on the team, Vegeta, Gogeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like this is obviously not in any way, shape or form difficult. So you get a decent amount of stones from the World Tournament. So obviously, and remember the next 2 days we get the Goku Day and Go 10 Day login thing. So it's like an extra 14 stones tomorrow and an extra 15 stones on Saturday. So by the end of the World Tournament, I probably have another like 100 stones more than I have now. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's here for the stream. We've only got a couple more stages. We'll be able to get hit and God Goku EZA, and then we'll start showing them off, trying them in some different stages. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you're on the YouTube side. Give a follow if you're on the Twitch or the TikTok side. Shouldn't take too much longer. I do wish, like, I know everybody says it every time now, but it's like, I do wish all EZAs could just be 10 stages now. It's just so much easier. Do such a Ningen suggestions for the teams for this EZA, and bam, done. Nice, that's what we like to see. That's where we do the guides. Oh, I didn't quite get it done in one turn now. They should just put all the World Tournament cards in that Hercule signature. I suppose it's just one of those things that because he doesn't have his awakening yet or anything, like, I guess they don't make him available because what's the point of getting him now? Like, when he gets his awakening, I imagine he'd then be available, right? So, because I mean, I guess you could try him out in. I wonder if he. How quickly does he stack? Like, would you actually be able to get away with using him in the festival? It'd be kind of funny. Because it'd be like when we used Int Broly. You'd have to keep him on rotation the whole time because he needs to stack as much as possible. But when is the part 2 reveal? Well, yeah, I don't know. It depends on when it comes out, but it's probably going to be, yeah, like Sunday or Monday, I think, maybe. But yeah, it would be nice if they were just all there and available, so then if you had the signatures and you wanted to just do it now, you could just grab whichever ones you wanted. Yeah, I know he's an infinite stacker. 30%. 30% raise is okay, I guess, for the thing. It just depends, like, can you stack him up quickly enough early on so that he's... Because, I mean, once you get to 1,000,000 defense, you know you basically can't take damage up until, like, phase 40. So, I guess, yeah, it all just depends, like, how quickly does he get to... Yeah, how quickly does he get to 1,000,000 defense? He doesn't have built-in additionals, yeah. That's the problem. So every time you get a turn where he just does one super, like, that hurts your overall, like, thing. You can't be getting to, like, near the end and he's not, you know, he's at, like, 4,000,000 defense or something. Alright, so last stage to go, and then we can EZA these guys.
All right, let's do this.
Take the auto off and go for the most optimal, which should be that. Alright. $25 mil for Tech Rate 8 Vegeta. I still think the free-to-play LR Super Saiyan Bardock is one of the best free-to-plays they've ever made. Yeah, he's so good. I keep saying it, like, every time I use him, like, I really like using him, but, like, I really want him to have a better team. Because at the moment, he has, like, a couple of 200% leaders, but none of them are really, like, super meta relevant at the moment. And he doesn't have any 220% leaders. So, I want to use him on a 220% team. Oh, great key. I still wish I could have gotten LR Super Gogeta. I did so many multis for it. Oof. Wait, how many stones did you have going into the anniversary? Because one of the things that worked was so nice about this anniversary was if you had a decent amount of stones going in, because they gave out so many, hopefully like everyone should have been like, if, like I say, if you had a decent amount of stones going in, you should have been able to hit the pity. And then they gave everybody a free anniversary unit, so for a lot of people you basically got to walk out of the anniversary with Vegito and Gogeta, like, guaranteed. Yeah, that is true, because Roshi was the best free-to-play unit when he was released, but, like, only because he got an EZA straight away. Because his pre-EZA wasn't exactly that crazy. But Bardock is, like, hands down the best free-to-play at the moment. Like, best free-to-play unit, and he doesn't have an EZA, like, straight away. So... okay, so let's go ahead and awaken Extreme STR. I always find it funny that they are extreme, even the number of like cards that Goku is part of that are extreme. Like the Goku Vegeta exchange, Goku Frieza reversible exchange. It's like Goku cards that are extreme. It's just kind of funny. I don't have any spare copies of them, do I? No, I don't even have like an I don't even have like an SSR copy of them. Yeah, I do. I have 6. Why does it show them there and not there? But yeah, I can't be bothered to go through the whole awakening them all up through 3. Like, if they were just a TUR and I already had the medals, then maybe. But that is good because it does mean I can change their hidden potential if I want to. Which I may do, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what their best hidden potential actually is. I need to... re-look at their kit again, I think. Super success. Hey, 2 of the dosing Kais actually worked. Crazy. Because, yeah, what are they going to be like? Full crit is the best build. What have I got for them? 20 additional, 11 crit, 3 dodge. Let's go. I mean, I guess we could change these if I've got any good crit skill orbs. I've got a crit and attack one. Is it going to be one of those things where it's like crit and then the rest dodge? Do I have any like high level ones? I have a level 6 one. Because surely like dodge is good for them as well. Like additionals, they obviously want some additional, but they have additionals built into their passive, so... crit and the rest additional. Let me see. So basically just full crit. Yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't have reversed them. I think that's probably fine the way they are. Do I have like a crit one for this as well? Could do like a crit and... Just do the crit and attack one for there. Yeah, I'll just do that. I have this random Vegeta that's gonna always be in this reversal like option, because I got confused when I farmed up a second copy. So this is just the like unawakened version, and I accidentally awakened him. So I've already got the like awakened version that is obviously the like Vegeta and Trunks. I've got a version of this card like fully rainbowed and everything. And then, yeah, I accidentally awakened this guy, so that he'll just always be in the reverse thing. Reverse that guy for that Cell Games mission. Yeah, so he'll just always be reversed now, like forever. Or like, he'll always technically be a reversed unit. I'm pretty sure I did the same with this Toa as well. Yeah, because I have the actual TUR Toa, like rainbowed and link level 10, and then I just got confused and awakened the other one by accident. Because I'm smart. Right, let's get rid of... We need to get rid of some of this stamina. Let's get rid of these boosts quickly. I'm in the festival with them right now. What, hitting God Goku? I'm very excited about this EZA. This is one of my first LRs. Nice. Yeah, this LR was one of those unfortunate ones where they were really cool on release, but they released like right before the red zone and then got like immediately power crept. Yeah, that Gogeta active skill turn. Nice. Yeah, and hit doing 60 million as well is pretty nice.
All right, let's do this.
Just a touch of AA. Yeah, I mean, I do like to give like 3 dodge, even to characters that do have a bit of dodge. But yeah, that works fine. Just a touch of additional, and then the rest crit, because they do have some dodge, depending on which slot they're in. So it does depend. Super random link level team. Yeah, there's nothing else. It's weird that they showed off or they mentioned in the news or the upcoming content the fact that they were adding in missions for the Frieza thing, but they don't come out until like a week. This is like the 15th or something they come out. Very random. I like Goku and Hit, not the best, but fun. I mean, that's kind of all we can really ask for some of these like random characters. Like, we wouldn't expect Hit and God Goku of all things to be like the best LR in the game, like once they get their EZA. But as long as they're usable and fun to use, like that's kind of the main thing, I guess, right? I've got like 2, I think it's the B-Pan and the 18 on my team that both have 1 link left to go to level 10. And they've been stuck at that for ages. Yeah, the Frieza missions are easy. I've seen people like speculating about whether or not like the missions are going to be an indication of who the Part 2 LR is. But one of them is for Mastered Evolution, which Kefla is not on. So I think a lot of people will be disappointed if the Part 2 missions are indeed an indication of the LR. It's not going to be Kefla. Yeah, I forgot this was back. Yeah, always wait to use your redstones until like the last minute, because yeah, we could get like a random Super EZA or something. Because at the end of Golden Week last year, we got Physical Kid Buu Super EZA, like right at the end. It's a good OST for a free-to-play unit. Yeah, the Physical Trunks and Goten. Yeah, Caulifla's on Mastered Evolution, so I've seen people say that, like it could be a Caulifla. Or a Caulifla and Kale reversible exchange or something.
All right, let's do this.
Got 29 days left to use the special stone, yeah. Definitely worth waiting, just in case. The different experience, I used my redstones early and immediately regretted it when Physical Kid Buu Super EZA'd. Yeah, exactly. It's always best to wait, because then we know, like when we get to the end of the celebration. Plus, to be fair, if they're usable for 29 days, that means technically they'll still be usable when the next celebration actually starts. So, like, if like this one, because remember we got the blue Goku Super EZA like right at the beginning of the celebration. So in theory, if there was a Super EZA right at the beginning of the next celebration, you would potentially still have the ability to use the stones then. But yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. Like the redstone and the like Book of War, like all those things, like they're just never of any real use to me. I think I used one of the redstones to get a copy of that blue Goku just to change his inner potential. But yeah, so I can't remember exactly what I had done for the HL Blue Goku, but obviously it's been such a long time. I think even when he got his like first actual like normal EZA, he wasn't that great. So I'm not sure how much I really used him. But it's awkward because it means because I got one of the one stone characters, it means I have 2 stones left. I don't want either of the 2 stone ones, so there's just not really anything that useful I can get with the like 2 red stones that I have left now. Recently did 3 multis on Goku, got nothing but coins, saving for Vegito when Vegito comes back. Yeah, that'll be what, when the Tanabata banner comes out.
All right, let's do this.
Alright, we'll just get these 2 Roshi runs done, and then we can jump in and start testing out hitting God Goku. I have that old in Future Trunks Rainbow, what, the Sword of Hope one. I remember I pulled him when he came out on like the first multi or something. Didn't get Zamasu, but That was so good because back then it was like you could use that cool like crazy team build because obviously him and Zamasu only gave 1 key but gave 70% stats, and then like physical Vegito Blue was 3 key and 50%, so you could run a super Vegito Blue like lead and a Trunks friend or vice versa, so you had like 4 key and what 120%. But because the superclass team linked so well, because it was basically the best superclass team was like all fusions. It was like physical Vegito Blue, STR Gogeta, AGL Super Vegito, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I think I used Caroli on that team just for fun. Like, the team linked so well, like it didn't really matter that you're only getting 4 key from the leader skill. That was a fun team from back in the day. Yo, Stephen Z, how's it going? Saving a good bit for the Tanabara 2068. Nice. Damn. It's always disappointing when you do the Roshi stage, you don't get any links. Because outside of doing your own like grinding, it's like the daily link level stage. Alright, so that's all the daily stuff done. Oh, the Goku 10-day missions. 7 or more missions. Clear a stage within 1 minute and 30 seconds. Use a support memory. Use an item. Clear the daily stage 3 times, obviously. Can't do that because it's once per day only. Level up 5 link skills in total. Get our meat items ready for the World Tournament. It's a shame there's no like boosted category. That'd be fun. Use like the full category with the support memory and just get like so many of the things. Do you have any of the keys for the Kai Limit event? What, the link level one? Yeah, I've got loads. Because I used to, every month I just used to buy like the monthly pack thing, even though I wasn't actually using them all the time. I find it incredible that Expedition 33 was made by a current or former Ubisoft. He was bored and found the lead writer on Reddit and the composer on SoundCloud. Damn. Doing good. Hope you... Yeah, I'm doing all good. Taking care of 4 new kittens. Damn. Man, I thought Sif was a handful when we first got him. Just having 1. Right, so I got quite a decent few meat items now ready for the World Tournament, which is good because it means we can go through like pretty much the whole first day without having to worry about actually using stones to refresh stamina. Alright, let me double check. So who are all the leaders for for Hit and God Goku? Because I don't have Hit, so... which is annoying, but... STR, Blue Evolution Vegeta, because they're on Universe Survival Saga. Let's go. STR Cell. Can't spell World Tournament without W. True. Well, that ain't Gohan with the Book of War. Too lazy to awaken the one in my box. Oh, yeah, because do you get them, like, already awakened? Which is actually quite good. I like that they started doing that now with, like, the red stone and the blue stone and that way they are just already awakened. It's a shame they're not already EZA'd as well. That would be nice. It's one of those things I probably should do a video that's like, who should you get with the Book of War? But, like, what is a good answer to that? Because they're all terrible. I mean, realistically, out of all the units that you can get, the best ones are probably this guy. Because I know a lot of people actually really did like his EZA, strangely. And then this guy, like, is an okay support, got his EZA at the end of last year. But, like, everybody else is just like, eh. And then you got Kai's. Forgot I did those already. We've got plenty of these, so we can get all of our EZA medals for Tau straight away. I think I need these. No, I don't. Oh, right, yeah, because when we got the last set of World Tournament rewards, I don't. So I can EZA all of the new World Tournament EZAs, like, straight away. Which is good, because then I'll get the showcases for them up, like, over the weekend as we're doing the World Tournament event. The GT units, because they don't have EZAs yet. Oh, what, the GT, like, Gohan and Goten. That is true, but it's kind of like an investment, I guess. Does this guy not have an EZA? Where is he? This guy. Got my blue Koken Goku to max links. GT Heroes. So like, yeah, he doesn't. No, he does. He got his EZA like 4 years ago. So yeah, it's basically just the Gohan and Goten, which is like a, yeah, it's like a future investment. I forget that I can literally just check like from here. Yeah, so everyone is EZA'd except these guys. So they're kind of like the wild card. Because they're a GT Heroes support unit. So they could be really good if at some point we randomly get like a GT celebration, even if it's just a mini one, and we get like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's EZA, and then get these guys EZA, like they could be quite good. Maybe. Alright, so what team? I guess we could just do like a weird combo of like a Cell team and then bring a hit friend. Right, because we could have Cell and Cell on one rotation. Pycon's not on hits leader scale, so we can't bring Pycon. I don't really want to bring Kefla. Can't bring the AGL Pycon because he's not on hits leader scale. He's a stack. Wait, what? Blue Kaioken Goku isn't a stacker. Oh, who are you talking about? Get hits leaders go up again. Yeah, so ideally we want characters that are tournament participants and accelerated battle, because then they're on both of these guys, like, full lead. And him for the support, I guess. I mean, I guess I could run Cell, like AGL Cell as a floater or something, maybe. Well, this guy supports. He's just not that great, though. That's the problem. Because yeah, he'll be giving quite a bit of support to hitting God Goku as well. But it's just not that great. Thing is as well, I'm pretty sure, because I didn't all farm up like the 77 medals for hit, because obviously I didn't pull them. I'm pretty sure I've awakened Magetta, so don't have any of the hit medals. So it's like, even if I randomly pulled hit like right now, I wouldn't be able to awaken him straight away, so I'd have to spend ages farming the stage. Yo, Carnage, how's it going? This is High Ningen Army and Bringer down. So Bringer's not included. I like using the Future Trunk stage for testing out units. That guy's going to give me an in-hit friend. Bring an item just in case. Brainbuster! Yo, Norbert, how's it going? Shout out to Norbert. W's in the chat. Member for 34 months. Re-upping their channel membership. You know what they should put into the game? A counter of how often your set friend leader has been used by others. That would be kind of cool. New GTA 6 trailer looks fire. Yup. Oh, yes. Yeah, very cool. All of that is in-game as well. Like, that's all how it looks. Like, I think it said it was captured on like a PS5. So that is just literally how the game looks. Like, that's crazy. Alright. Now we just have to hope that we do get like a good starting setup, so it's going to be really annoying. Well, we've got them on the first turn with no other slot 1 units. That's interesting. Well, they do have that part of their passive for dodging, right? For every attack they dodge or receive in slot 1, they get extra attack. This is the only problem with showcasing them, though, is you have to float them off in order for them to build up their thing in their passive, don't you? So, but realistically, on this turn, they're like the only unit that's good on slot 1. So it's an interesting start, to say the least. Finish the hit Goku EZA, easy with Vegeta lead. Yeah, I used to go Gogeta lead, so it's double AGL, and then have like Great Ape Vegeta getting the full leader skill. And then in slot 1 he gets hit and does like a 25 million attack stat. Like, works out very, very nicely. Right, I need a better OST than this for the thing. I'm also going to have to change the overlay, unfortunately, thanks to what happened the other day. So if I'm recording a showcase, I can't be like focused on the chat and then potentially have to edit it out afterwards, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's throw that one on there. All right. Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are live on stream. We have the Hit and God Goku EZA finally done, and these guys are awakened. I say finally, it was nice and easy, 10 stages, accelerated battle, obviously a very powerful team. But we are going to be trying these guys out here and see how good they are with their EZA. Mine is, of course, Rainbow level 10 links. Gone for mostly crit and then additional. We've got the customary 3 dodge in there as well. So yeah, we're going to check them out. Their leader skill, obviously, not super important. We're not going to be using them as a lead really anytime soon. But they actually lead accelerated battle and Universal Rival Saga 4 key 170. Their 12 key super greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, colossal damage and a great chance to stun. And then the 18 key super greatly raises attack and defense for 4 turns, mega colossal damage and a great chance to stun. So the 4 turn raise obviously very good, because it means when they come back around the next time they still have that extra buff, which is good. Base effect is 5 key, 200% attack and defense, 20% damage reduction, attacks guaranteed to hit, which is useful in a few events now, to be fair. Launches an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super, and then 50% chance to dodge. When HP is 67% or more, they get an extra 10% damage reduction, so that's good. When attacking, attack and defense 67% and disable the enemy guard. As the first or second attacker in the turn, they get an extra 6 key and attack and defense 160, and then they have extra dodge and damage reduction chance of 16%. So as long as you're above the HP threshold and you're in slot 1 or 2, that means they have a 46% damage reduction, which is pretty good, and then 66% chance to dodge. For every attack received or evaded as the first or second attacker in a turn, they get 20% extra attack. So if you put them in slot 1, that's up to 100%. So if you put them in slot 1 and they dodge 5 attacks, then they do 100% extra, which is pretty good. As the third attacker in the turn, they get key 7, attack 170, a guaranteed additional super, and do an action break. And then for every attack performed as the third attacker, they get defense 20% up to 100%. And it's the way it works is every time they attack in slot 3, they get 20% defense until they get up to 100%. But they keep that buff. So the problem with that is it does make them a bit of an interesting or like weird unit to showcase, because even though they get these extra buffs in slot 1 and 2, if we have them attack 5 times in slot 3, they get this permanent defense increase, which then, if we want to use them in slot 1 or 2 after that, they're still getting all those slot 1 and 2 buffs for that particular turn, but they've got that permanent defense that they built up. So really, to get them to their full potential as quickly as possible, you need to float them twice, because in slot 3, annoyingly, they have to attack 5 times to get fully built up, but they can only attack 4 times at most, and that's if you get the hidden potential additional. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a good starting rotation here, so we're just going to have to put them in slot 1. Going to rely on that 66% chance to dodge. I want to float this guy just so he gives the bit of support. So if we take a look at they're at 300k defense start of turn here. So let's go ahead and do this. And see how we get on. So there's a dodge and there's a dodge. So 40% extra attack this turn. We're at 19 million. Now, obviously, that's with only shocking speed active, so obviously it's not going to be a crazy turn, but I mean, I guess to be fair, that's still decent, like with only shocking speed of all things, which gives barely any stats. Like, obviously, it's mainly a key link, but at level 10, we do get a little bit of extra. I just realised though, by putting this cell here, is he going to get absolutely destroyed? Wow, he took 100 damage, damn. Fair enough. And then Kaioken Goku does a little bit of damage. Don't do too many additional, so I don't want to lose a whole bunch of my HP. Alright, so we get the domain up for you. So what I want to do is I want to keep Hit on rotation, because I really want on the next turn to float Hit and God Goku so they can get one of their like sets of buffs, and then we'll get Cell onto rotation with the other Cell. So then we'll do this, and we'll do this. So we've got to take some risks early on, because like Hit can go slot 1 a lot better once he's built up a little bit, so it's not super ideal putting him in slot 1 straight away. But yeah, I'm using STR Cell as the leader and a friend in Hit, because I don't have my own Hit, but Cell gives Hit and God Goku the full 220 lead as well. Because Hit and Cell have like the same leader skill, but like reversed, right? Cell has tournament participants with the plus to accelerated battle, and Hit has accelerated battle with the plus to tournament participants. So any tournament participants and accelerated battle characters get the full 220 lead from both of these guys. And obviously Hit and God Goku are on those two categories. So Hit and God Goku are getting the full 220 in this showcase. Their 220 leads are obviously the new Hit, the Cell, and then they do get the 220, of course, from the STR Blue Evolution Vegeta, because from the anniversary, right? Because he's a 220 Universe Survival Saga character. So there's a couple of like other 220 leaders you can use if you don't have Int Hit. Of course, Int Hit's going to be the best partner for them, so that's why we want to run the friend and have those guys together. So basically going to have like a Cell rotation and then a Hit and God Goku rotation. So Frieza going to take the super here. Shouldn't take too much damage from this Goku Black, right? This early on. I think this only hits for like 1 million. Yeah. So STR Cell won't have to worry about getting killed here as well. Obviously his revive will be helpful. But yeah, on the next turn we've got the tournament participants buff for Hit and God Goku. Although we really need Cell to actually kill Goku Black here, because I want to float Hit and God Goku. But if they don't get to attack, if they're not, he's not going to kill him because he's got an additional normal. Bruh. Because yeah, I want to float them off, but they have to get attacks in slot 3 to get their buff. So that's really annoying, because they're not going to be able to attack in slot 3. Yeah, and units that need to attack in certain slots are always going to be doomed to be like the victims of RNG. Because like if a unit has to attack in slot 3, or like is a slot 2 unit, for example, like on this rotation, if they were a slot 2 unit even, they're not going to get to attack on this turn, which is really annoying. So, but we got to float them off, we'll get them paired up with Hit. I mean, realistically, the buff that they get in slot 3 is a permanent buff to their defense, which obviously is important, because defense is important. But if we're wanting to use them largely as like a damage dealer, then it's not the end of the world if they don't ever get used in slot 3, but that will come back to bite us against some of the tougher bosses if they end up being the one that gets hit with a super. Because if they're fully built up with their defense, like remember we saw start of turn 1 they had like 300k without really a lot of links. That 100% extra defense is making that 600k, which is a pretty significant difference. Like certain enemies, they won't tank normals if their defense is that low, but ideally we want them to always be getting hit like post their own super, really, because you can use them in slot 1 like and take that risk, right, with the 66% chance to dodge, 46% damage reduction. But 46% damage reduction doesn't really help if you've only got like 400k defense, right? But yeah, we'll get the attacks off here with Hit, with the support from Kaioken Goku. Next turn we have the proper like full Cell rotation. So at this point, if Cell ends up getting killed, obviously he just gets to revive. I mean, he probably will, right? Because you might as well put him in slot 1 and just let him get killed. Plus it speeds up the next turn and getting the Hit and God Goku back. And then Cell is, of course, much better post-revive, so... And we'll still grab our orbs as if we were playing with the intention of not dying, but STR Cell should probably die here. I mean, he only takes double-digit damage and then didn't get supered, so I guess he's just fine for now. I mean, that's the thing. You want to get that revive so he gets the buffs, but his buffs are really they're only defensive buffs, aren't they? So him not dying straight away, it's not the end of the world. Some attacks off. I mean, this rotation is pretty good, like the triple cell rotation. $19 mil. He dodged. Yes, he takes double-digit damage after supering, and mine only has one dupe. So, but yeah, seemingly there is no Goku Gohan Go 10-day unit this year. Like this, we got this hitting God Goku EZA in the time slot where we got the Tech Gohan EZA last year, which we kind of all assumed was for like Gohan Day because it was a Gohan unit, but it was part of the worldwide that was Buu Saga. So it's okay. So yeah, these guys can have every link active now in the middle with hit. So if we go ahead and we'll use hit's active skill, although the problem is, like, hit's going to end up killing these guys, right? Or killing Zamasu. Unless I do this. Oh yeah, Tournament of Power is giving a bunch of extra ki. It's like, why do they get so much extra? See, to get their active skill, they need to be perform 3 or more super attacks in battle, and HP has to be 76% or less. Because if we put hit in slot 1, hit's just going to kill them. So we have to do this. I just hope they dodge, right? Especially like the super, if it's a super. 24k from a normal. 60% extra attack now though. Yeah, 36 million. Not bad. And the additional for 22.6. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, what did I say? I meant Golden Week. Yeah, so I mean, not terrible. Cell doesn't have guard here, so Cell's going to get clapped. I'm not going to use his active skill just to make sure he gets killed here. Because obviously his active skill gives him like a permanent buff. Let's try and keep any of the STR orbs around here. When will there be a Raditz day? True. Alright, there we go. So we get STR Cell killed, get his revive, and we can go back to the next turn. But yeah, so this is where, like I said, it kind of becomes a bit of a weird situation for Hit and God Goku, because, like, obviously we want them to be getting their build up, because their start of turn defense now is 557k. So if they had their full defensive build up, they would be over 1 million start of turn. But we're in a situation where it's really difficult to get their build up here. So, because who's the other unit that's floating now? It's going to be Kaioken Goku. It's going to be really difficult to get him in slot 1. So I think what we'll do here is we'll use Hit's active skill, right? Get the time skip, get the Ghost Usher effect. Because then we can float off Hit and God Goku. And we can put Tech Cell in slot 1, which obviously would be really bad to do if he was going to get hit. But he's not going to get hit because there's no attacks now. So that means that these guys are going to get their slot 3. Guaranteed additional super. They will get 3 attacks at a bare minimum, because they have the additional attack that has a great chance to become a super. then they get the guaranteed additional super. So we're going to get at least a 60% defense buff for them here. And then ideally, they get the hidden potential as well. So go ahead and do that, get the full 24 key. Obviously this allows Hit to get some stacks as well, because obviously the next time this rotation comes back, we're not going to want to put Cell in slot 1. In fact, the next time this rotation comes back, I think it's actually going to be like Hit, Cell, and Blue Kaioken Goku, which is really not ideal. But it's alright, Hit can get some attacks off here, get some extra stacks for himself. And get some crits. But yeah, I mean, Hit and God Goku do get more offense buffs in slot 3, right? They get that extra attack as well as the guaranteed additional super. And they've got the support from Cell, who is supporting extreme units and then giving an extra 30% and then an extra 10% to tournament participants. So they're getting 40% attack and defense from the tech Cell. Yeah, 45 million in slot 3. And they're going to get a guaranteed additional super. Yeah, 28.8. Does it do the one with a great chance first? Because if it does, then that was that, which means it did proc. So then they're going to get another one, yeah, which is then 30 points, so basically 31 million. And can we get the hidden potential? I mean, that's like 100 million worth of attack stat in slot 3. So that's pretty good. Alright, we'll use his active skills so he gets his buff. So he's now got his guard and the extra damage reduction, so hopefully he should be fine in slot 1. And we'll do that. Use your active skill just to make sure you're going to be fine in slot 3. There we go. I won't hit the nodes for Cell's Dokkan attack. Yeah, 100k. Obviously gets the extra damage reduction from supers after the post revive. I'll just miss all of those. We'll basically get like a full heal anyway. Maybe. If we crit, we will. Nice. Okay, so everyone on this rotation will be fine, at least, because we have the Tech Cell obviously is a beast. They've already supered Ink Goku post-supering with the rainbow orbs that we've picked up, and we've got, what, 8 or 9 orbs for him, so he's going to be fine as well. Cell getting all the supers off. I mean, this is kind of a fun hybrid team. Like, if you have Cell and not Hit, having like the Cell lead, Hit friend, Cell rotation, and then like a Hit rotation. The problem is, like I say, the fact that Hit and God Goku need that to get floated twice to have their full build up, because we're going to have them back on not even the next turn. Then we got to float them off. I mean, fortunately, this is a good fight for trying to get them like fully built up, because Zamasu and Goku Black have so much HP and they heal. So, because otherwise we'd be worried about, like, are we even going to get back to having a rotation with Hit and God Goku? Because that's going to be quite a few turns from now still. And a lot of other events we just win by then. So. Right, so go for Hit in slot 1. I mean, this could still go really badly. In fact, I might, because we're just trying to get our rotation back to what we want, so I might use a Weeseer just to make sure everyone's going to be fine. Because really all we want now is to get back to having Hit and God Goku on this rotation, which means on the next turn we have them and we have to float them off. Okay, well, Hit dodged anyway, so. And I think AGL Cell would have been fine against these guys, like normals, because he's got type advantage. Kaioken Goku probably would have been fine as well, but might as well just lock it in, make sure. We don't want to get this far in, like nearly 20 minutes in, and then just die because We're now trying to get these rotations sorted out so we can see Hit and hitting God Goku when they're fully built up, so... But yeah, Hit's such a good unit. At that point, he was at like 100% chance to dodge as well, because he's already dodged a couple of times. Then he hit him with his super, which gives him extra chance to dodge against them as well. Good old Kaioken Goku, but dealing damage to us every time. I did the EZA and forgot I didn't awaken hitting God Goku to an LR. Oof. I'll farm up those medals. Yeah, that's why I had multiple spare copies of hitting God Goku, but then like I hadn't bothered to like make an SA5 copy and get them like awakened and stuff, and then it just at that point it's like I can't bother to do all that. I'll just use my Kais. That's what they're there for. Right, so now they're at 686k, and that's with basically no links. Because remember, with Hit, they have Cold Judgment, which is like 25% extra defense. So even though they're missing that 25% defense and all of these other links that they would have active with Hit, they've now got way higher defense start of turn than they did before. So that's pretty good. I'm not going to be able to avoid getting like all of these orbs, am I? So grab those, grab those. So yeah, they only need to attack twice in slot 3 to get fully built up, and we obviously know that at a bare minimum they always do 3 attacks. So yeah, Cell taking double-digit damage. And they heal again. Yeah, definitely. I said it before the last time we used him on a different kind of like tournament participants build, but like I definitely like Cell a lot more now than I did when he first released. Like running his team with 2 cells, he definitely feels a lot worse than when you run him on another team. Like, and he doesn't have to worry about the other cell being a liability. You have him and Tech Cell, who obviously Tech Cell is still very good, like potentially one of, if not the best Super EZA currently. Right, very good combo. Because remember, like I said, this is my cell. My cell only has 1 dupe, so plus it's funny having the 2 units on the same team, right? We've got AGL Kaioken Goku, who's making us lose HP when he supers, and then Tech Cell heals us when he supers. So we haven't really at any point taken like crazy damage, right? 32. I mean, 32 million when they have 1 link active is pretty decent. $20 mil for the additional. Again, that's with like 1 link, so that's pretty good. And we go up to 22. Okay. Get the hidden potential here. Not that it really matters at this point. Yeah, of course we do on the second turn, 23.6. I mean, that just shows, like, even with 1 link active, that means even on, like, just a random Universe Survival Saga team, you could throw these guys on as, like, the last option on the team and just have them as a slot 3 floater, and they would still be quite good. I should have saved that active skill, because there's barely any, like, rainbow orbs here now. Oh, there we go. We'll do that. Okay. Hopefully they super attack Hit. Well, actually, he's just gonna he's action breaking their next thing, which I don't think is the heal. Hit up to 25. I haven't checked Hit's defense or anything because I want to see now when we finally now get Hit and God Goku back on rotation with him and put them next to each other, what Hit's defense is then, right, with basically all of his links active. But yeah, he action breaks their only attack after his attacks, but then they still healed. Oof. 200. Oh man, if they are still gonna super and they super in Goku, that could be bad. No, never mind. Oh yeah, of course, because he's like post-super, and we got the orbs. I was getting worried then. I was like, typical, we finally get to this point where we're going to get Hitting God Goku back, like, together, and then we end up dying before we get there. I mean, we're on low HP here, but it means that when, after Kaioken Goku attacks, he's going to have that, like, big damage reduction, so that actually does kind of work in our favour a little bit. But yeah, because with the damage reduction, Blue Kaioken should tank normals from these guys perfectly fine. But yeah, next turn is the one we've been waiting for. So we're going to have fully built up Hitting God Goku, linked up with Hit, with the Tech Cell support. So it's 40% attack and defense for both of them. Go free to take the Super STR Evo Blue Vegeta wishes he could do that. Yeah, even as the two worst, I don't know. I think I've used these guys a bit more now because the tournament participants teams, like ever since like PyCon coming out, and like I mean even since when STR Cell came out, the tournament participants lead, like I think the Int Goku and Frieza, I've used them a lot more for those team builds because they do work quite well on those teams. Whereas yeah, I definitely don't use Blue Evolution Vegeta like that much. Poor guy. Alright, so here we go. So fully built up. So Hit's at 2.5 million defense now. Hitting God Goku at 1.1 start of turn. So they get 67% when attacking. The only annoying thing, of course, is we still can't use their active skill. Because you have to be at 76% or less HP. And we're at what, 92? Or 82? We're so close. And then yeah, it gives them a permanent buff. It's only 13%, but that's multiplicative, so it is quite a big buff. But man, it's very annoying that we don't get to see that. Like there's going to be, you're going to do whole runs in events where you're just not going to see that, which is a bit annoying. But it is what it is. So let's see what they get here. We'll make this the last turn. It's been quite a long video, but we've been trying to get this all set up the way we want it. Watch Hit not dodge this and get killed. Because yeah, I could see that being my luck at this point, 7 minutes in, that he then dies before we actually get to see fully built up Goku and Hit attack. I mean, Hit's dropping some bombs now as well, 37 million. $47, jeez. There he goes to 50, so it's like 37, 47, 57. Alright, Rainbow Friend Hit. Chill. Alright, and what do we get? 39.2. That's basically all of their links active except for Tournament of Power and Legendary Power. 25 additional. That's from the additional with a great chance. We got the super from that. Hidden potential additional normal. Nice. So that's 66% dodge chance, and they dodged all 3 attacks. So I mean that's pretty good. Cell only doing 1 super I think is death. Yeah. Because he greatly raises on super, but he only gets an additional if there's multiple enemies. He'd have survived if there's only 4 attacks, but of course there were 5. But there you go. I mean, Cell's probably not a great choice for the team. I just threw him on as like a support and he goes well with the other cells. But we got to see what we wanted to see from Hitting God Goku. I would say that for a yellow coin LR EZA, they are definitely very, very good. And like I say, with the stats that they're doing in slot 3, getting extra defense and the fact they get an extra super, which gives them extra defense, you could throw them on a lot of the teams that they're on and just have them always be floating off in slot 3, and they're still going to be very solid. Obviously against supers in slot 3, they'll just be relying on the 50% chance to dodge, because their defense isn't really going to be high enough to tank the big boss super attacks. But yeah, they seem good. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. We'll try them out in some other events and stuff as well for some different videos. But yeah, I think they seem solid. Let me know what you guys think down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Alright, well there we go. It's quite a long showcase, but yeah, Hit's team is nearly there. EZA Tech Kefla and drop a new LR Kefla, and I think they'll be in a good spot. Yeah, because Hit's team has the potential to be really, really good, right? Because, like, if we were going to make this, like, Hit's team, because we'll pretend that's the new Hit, you would have... I don't know, I probably would run Frieza and Goku, to be fair. And then you've got these guys with their EZA, if they get it, which they almost certainly will, right? And then let's say the part 2 LR is like Kefla. And then I guess like... you kind of can take your pick from the remaining characters. Or maybe we'd just throw him on for like support or something. Because that is at least the good thing with Kaioken Goku making you lose some HP. That could potentially help you get the Hit and God Goku active skill, I suppose. But yeah, it could certainly be interesting. And then obviously any events where you're fighting a Pure Saiyan or Universe Survival Saga character that don't disable dodge, you could just take any one of these guys off to throw on Tech Caulifla, and then, or even double Tech Caulifla if you really wanted to.
Let's do this.
People said this OST sounds like a 2000s anime opening. I mean, yeah, I could see it being an opening like OST for something. Tech Frost sub EZA, and it's the best team in the game. Oof. But yeah, it's interesting. I've seen people saying that they think we will get some additional thing for Goku, Gohan, Gotende. I don't know. Imagine if they super EZA the AGL, LR, Khalifa, and Kale. I know they won't, but imagine if they did. I mean, that would be funny, especially if they're actually good. Because obviously, remember, like, people were very disappointed with their like EZA when it first came out. Didn't actually see. Did either of them get a link level? Can I finally take these guys off my link level team? Nope. Mr. Sirius is getting there. These guys I basically only just got. I love it though. We got multiple links at 7 and a couple at 8, and then Demonic Ways is at 4. Let's go. And this guy's getting there. I mean, I could run. How many of those keys do I even have now? Let's have a look. Yeah, Matt C, how's it going? On the TikTok side. Make sure you guys hit that follow if you're on the TikTok or the Twitch side. Yeah, Supreme Kai's guidance. Okay, I have 100. How do I have an odd number of keys? Do I just not buy all of the key packs for like one of the months? Yeah, I've got 144. I think I can probably manage to fit in a... Well, actually, that is a good point, because it's going to cost less link orbs to get one of these 8s to go to 9 than it is to get the 9s to go to 10. Because if I do... Yeah, because it costs 2 to go from 9 to 10, whereas it costs 1 to go from 8 to 9. So if we do that... Then what did you need? Just that one. Right, that's... I don't need that. There was a free link level key mission you didn't do somewhere. It seems... Yeah, I don't know, because it's not like me to have any missions like not done. So yeah, I don't know. That's the only way you can have an odd number. I thought the key packs gave you an odd number. Like the first one gave you 5, and then it was like 7 and 8 or something. At least that's what I can't remember. Let's go ahead and do this. It means I can fully revamp my link level team after this. What's so funny is because it costs like keys to actually do this stage. Imagine if you did this stage and you died. Yeah, key packs are 5, 7, and 8. We love seeing all of those level 10 links. And then there's those guys. Okay. If they're in multiples of 5 though, and I'd only got the 7 pack, then it should have been something 2 anyway, not something 4. Because if it was on, like, let's say I had 10 keys and I got like the odd 7, it would be 17. If I had 15 keys, it would be 22. So I don't know how it's 144. Oh well. What was my power level now? Get a little bit of an extra boost from those level 10 links. Almost at 7.3 million. This guy's got to be due an EZA sometime soon. That Tech Roshi, he's one of the older characters that I put on the team that I haven't link leveled. So acquired URs and LRs. Oh no, I always go into category when I don't need to, because I'm so used to doing it. It's like muscle memory. But the thing for links is down here. So many like random units. Got a bunch of random like SA10 copies of SA5 copies of characters that might EZA. You know about what team? From one key run, you're at a higher power level than me. Alright, let's do a quick run on here just so it's now set as my new team. It's still going to be the still going to be the Ginyu as the best friend you can have. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's over here on the YouTube side. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We've got just under half the people in the stream have liked the stream. So if you have not hit that like button yet, do go ahead and do so. It does help out the channel. The more likes on the stream, the more likely YouTube is to show the stream to new people. So you can help me out directly and support the channel for free by just hitting that like button. I like the Bardock one. The Magetta and Piccolo. What absolute beast units. I think I was saying it the other day, but I do wonder sometimes if it would be worth setting up the auto-clicker thing and just getting it to run like the Weast event, because even though the drop rate for good orbs is terrible, I'm starting to really like run out of like good skill orbs. So AGL Bardock underrated? I don't think so, right? I feel like most people consider him to be like the best free-to-play unit, which he certainly is, I think. The only problem with him is he doesn't have like a really, really good team. Because if we look at his let me go to his thing on Dokkan Info. Bardock. Go to his 200 leaders or 200 plus. So he gets obviously the 170 from both the anniversary characters. His only 200% leaders are Int Broly, who is still pretty good, the Int Carnival Super Saiyan trio, who are pretty outdated now, Physical Future Trunks, who's outdated now, and Tech Birdku, who's outdated now. And then for TURs, it's Int Fat Boo, who obviously is still kind of usable, but more so for like the shenanigans with like the revival and the Ghost Usher. And then Tech Vegeta. And Tech Vegeta can still be good, but he's obviously like against any events that are hitting a bit harder like right from the start, he's not really that great, because it does take him a while to get built up. Yeah, so we've got to do an event where we use a item and a support memory. We'll just jump into the Whis event quickly. Might as well do it just to get the mission done. Need one of the ones that like activates on turn 1. No, there isn't an extreme class enemy. Maybe I'll just put that one on. And then throw the Senzu Bean on.
All right, let's do
I
this.
just have to remember. I actually just have to remember to actually use the Senzu Bean. The number of times I do that, where we get a mission to do a thing that I don't usually do, like use items or like especially use an item, and then I jump into the event, and by the time I've like got into the event and then like done it, I just completely forget to use an item. Alright. There we go. Now we can just put it back on auto. Alright, so that gets those 2 missions done. Obviously the other missions we can't actually just like brute force out now, because 2 of the other missions for the Goku Gohan Go 10 Day celebration thing are to do the once a day only mission 3 times. So obviously we've done it once, but we can't do it again now until tomorrow. So, but yeah, you just don't like the skill orbs that drop from the event are just so bad. That's the only thing we miss about Chain Battle, is we miss the rewards, actually getting some decent like gold equips and stuff every now and then, because yeah, my equips are definitely lacking at the moment. Yeah, that Super Battle Road stage was very easy. Let's have another attempt at Demon King Piccolo with the Heroes team. Because here we want to do this one where we use the make sure we take that off.
All right, let's do this.
Well, the tournament starts tomorrow, yep. God level power most of the time. Yeah, the name of the event is not conducive to the actual thing. Did you see the leak that Garlic Jr. is the next Dokkan Fest? I would imagine that wherever that was potential, wherever you have potentially seen or heard that, very unlikely to be true, because in terms of where and when we normally get leaks for Dokkan Fests, you have to remember that the next Dokkan Fest isn't going to be out for like 3 weeks, like the end of the month, basically, like the end of May going into the like beginning of June. So like even the person who normally leaks the stuff wouldn't know this early like who it's going to be. Okay. Alright, so we got somewhat of a decent starting rotation. Only get 5 orbs for Goku, but that's fine. Do that. Yeah, World Tournament starts tomorrow. We'll be doing the World Tournament weekend special event, so we'll be streaming live over all 3 days of the tournament. But yeah, I mean, Garlic Jr. is one of those characters that's up there with, like, some of the extreme characters that gets mentioned, like, that would be good for a Dokkan Fest, because he's got good categories and good links. So Dokkan Fest Garlic Jr. could be good. Yeah, the thing that makes this stage the most difficult for the Heroes team, the bit that like really slows us down, is the next phase, because you get the allies -6 key. It just becomes really awkward, and obviously one of the things with the Heroes team is you really want to get through the stage as quickly as possible before your characters start running out of their buffs. Obviously Aos isn't going to do any damage here. But yeah, that would be good. Get a Dokkan Fest Garlic Jr., have him be like the mini one, and then have him instantly transform, and then EZA the int one, and then they can link straight away. Could be pretty good. So Demigra doesn't have his full buff because he doesn't have a full extreme rotation, but that's fine because he's just going to dodge and take no damage anyway. Although that is also bad because it's getting hit is what gives him his attack power. So man, Super Saiyan 3 Rose is going to be so good when he gets his EZA, but it's going to be like next year. Unless they do just go crazy. Imagine if they just EZA all of the remaining Heroes units this year. Because they said they're still going to EZA the ones that don't have them. But we're obviously assuming that they're still just going to go in like the yearly batches. But imagine if they just EZA'd all of them. It would be cool, but then I guess at the same time disappointing. Because then it means after that, that's it. Like there is no more Heroes, so the longevity of those units goes away. Although, what would be really funny is if they did EZA all of the Heroes units that were remaining. It means that, like, these guys that literally came out last year would all get EZAs as well, like, straight away. Which would be kind of funny. But yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Rose EZA has the potential to be really good, especially, like, they need to give him... He obviously has the thing for, like, when you're fighting a Goku enemy or a Super Saiyan Blue enemy once he's transformed, but give him another way to get an additional. Because obviously he only stacks before he transforms, so there's nothing more disappointing than when he only does one super, like, pre-transformation turn. Because then you're not getting those extra stacks that makes him better once he's transformed. But yeah, he has the potential to be really good with a solid EZA. Same with Hearts. Damn, bro needs 4 key and it ain't happening. I probably could have just floated him off here actually. Gohan Black coming this year in my opinion. I think he'll become a crossover celebration. Yeah, I think that's the ideal. That's what I would love to see, right? In November, instead of the Hero Celebration, we get a Sparking crossover celebration and we get Dokkan Fest Gohan Black. Drop the rest of the hero, like drop the year batch Heroes EZAs. And then have the like have the there wasn't a yellow coin LR in November, was there? Because yeah, the later part of the year timeline is obviously different now because of the sync. But yeah, this is the thing I was saying. Like the enemy's -6, or like our team -6 key thing is so awkward. At least Goku does get like, usually gets a decent amount of additionals. Got the AGL Goku with the Book of War because I need another Goku family leader for my Link level team. Yeah, that's the thing, because I ran out of like all types leaders to Link level. That's why I've just decided to just stick with having Ginyu as my leader. Because before I was like, oh, you know, I don't want a unit on my Link level team that's already full level 10 Links, but there's just not a lot of, I don't have a lot of other options for like actual good leaders for that team. Fu getting some attacks off here. At least Fu's got type advantage, does some okay damage. I say, and then he just does an additional normal. This year could be Xenoverse crossover. I mean, that's the thing. The EZAs for Xenoverse, there are so many that they could do and should have done already by now. And Xenoverse has been bringing out content still for years. Like, we have that thing, was it the Ultra Super Villain or whatever it's called, like the new form that some characters have. Like, that sort of thing would be really cool to release as like an actual, like have that as an actual Dokkan Fest. And I don't want to get all of the Rainbow Orbs with you, but I do obviously want him to super. Mechikabra doesn't even get extra key with Rainbow Orbs. I started using category teams instead of just random until I run out of free-to-play leaders. Yeah, that's the thing. I just don't have any like good actual leaders left to use who aren't already Link leveled. Is there any Mechikabra to get like the hidden potential? Yes, there we go. Just like that. Mira and Toa are prime candidates due to being in Kakarot as well. Would make a good dual Dokkan Fest. Yeah, like there's stuff that they should have capitalized on ages ago when it was in other games and things. Like we've already talked about how I think it's crazy that they didn't do Gohan Black like straight away. It was like one of the big things that everyone was talking about. I saw so many like places, like sites like IGN and like that kind of thing. So many places doing articles about like, oh, this crazy Sparking Zero, what if that everyone's talking about. Like, it just seems crazy to me that they didn't capitalize on that like straight away. Is what it is. And then yeah, like Mira and Toa, we have Toa gets heroes units, like has had heroes units a few times, but like it's crazy that Mars Saiyan just got a random card where his Dokkan event has Mira and Toa. Like now that they have reversible exchange, I think we talked about it before, having like a Mira, Toa and like Mars Saiyan card I think would be kind of cool. You could have like Mars Saiyan plus Mira and Toa or something. Like, because I mean, like we talked about it in the past over the years, like obviously that wouldn't make the most sense for like a for a joined forces card because they wouldn't have the best categories and stuff. But like a joined forces card of Mira, Toa, and Mars Saiyan would be kind of cool. The categories would not be ideal, but it could still be a fun unit, especially as like a crossover. Especially now that they have Yellow Coin. Now that we have the Yellow Coin LR Leader Skill update. Imagine a Yellow Coin LR, Mira, Toa, and Mars Saiyan that are a 200% lead for crossover and one of the other categories that they're on, which I'm not sure really what that would be. Like, none of them are on accelerated battle, I'm pretty sure. That would be funny, but... Alright, food getting the dodge. I mean, this is kind of the only way. This is how we beat Demon King Piccolo, is if the rotation locking isn't too bad, and then characters are, like, dodging the super. Well, I think it's not so much a case of they need permission, it's the fact that they need to do, like... It's not like they could just do it and they need permission, it's more so they have to actually have the deal in place, right? So, like, they have to... I mean, I guess it is kind of like having permission, but it's like they can't... Like, I guess the way I would see it is they don't go to them and say, can we do Gohan Black? Like, the team that owns Sparking or whatever has to go to them and say, like, if you want to use Gohan Black, like, in a game, this is what you have to do, or whatever. I don't know. Obviously, yeah, I don't know how it would work, but... Because, yeah, you would think that if they had the option to do it, or, like, it could have been a possibility, they would have tried to do it, but... Obviously, we don't know. Like... Maybe that did happen. Like, Sparking came out, everyone was talking about Gohan Black, so Dokkan, like, reached out and were like, hey, can we do Gohan Black? And then they just said no. Like, that is a possibility, but I don't know how any of that stuff works. That kind of thing is stuff that, like, we've talked about a bit in the past about things that we'd like to see in terms of, like, communication from the dev team and that. That's something that I would really love to know. Like, get their official statement or whatever. But, like, how do they go about, like, with crossover stuff? Does, like, somebody from the other company come to them and say, like, this is what you want to, like, this is, you know, we're doing this, like, because, like, it would be before the game came out, right? Like, the Sparking team would be like, hey, we're doing this, like, with Sparking, let's do a deal, and you can do Gohan Black in Dokkan. Oh, great. Or do they have to go to them and say, hey, we want to do this? Like, I'd be really interested to know, like, how that works. But that's the kind of stuff we just never really find out, like, how those behind the scenes, like, conversations and deals and stuff go. Like, we never get to know any of that sort of stuff. But I think that would be really interesting. Like, I, for one, like, personally would really like to know stuff like that. But I imagine it's the kind of thing that, as they have never really talked about any of that stuff publicly, like how that works, they probably don't have any intention of doing it, like, anytime soon. But it would be interesting to know. Dokkan stopped doing things on release after Super ended. Is that the last time?
Alright, let's do this.
I mean, Dragon Ball Super Broly, obviously Gogeta and Broly were out pretty soon after the movie came out. Anyway, great chat. Hopefully Golden Week picks up. Catch you next time. Yeah, we'll see. Golden Week, I mean, it's been okay so far, but yeah, there's definitely, I think one of the main reasons why people are not feeling as hyped about Golden Week, because content like drip is quite slow in these kind of big celebrations a lot of the time anyway. I think the thing that makes this Golden Week more disappointing for people, especially at the moment, is the fact that, like, people aren't really super hyped about the new units apart from Hit. Because, like, Goku is disappointing, both the banner units are terrible, like, yeah, it's just not a great start, I guess, for a celebration, but certain talks are definitely done in a certain way, especially if you consider how they do stuff when a new series/character comes out regarding anime. Yeah, and, like, as we talked about recently as well, the fact that they've been so behind with some of the new stuff, like superhero stuff, like especially Beast Gohan taking so long to come to the game. Daima stuff now has been taking, like, way too long for stuff to come out. So yeah, I mean, I guess what can they really do to turn it around? I'm interested to see, like, I don't know why people still think that something is going to be coming out for Goku, Gohan, Goten Day, because, like, we had the data download yesterday, and that little mini celebration has already started. Like, it's Gohan Day today. So, like, what else? Like, I mean, if they'd have to do, like, a last second data download now or something. Whereas ever since, like, that's the last couple of big projects, though. It's like Superhero and Daima. Because you think about how much Daima stuff Legends already has compared to what Dokkan has. And, like, yeah, we're just, like, way behind for why? Like, for no reason. Which is really annoying. Annoying in terms of, like, the hype, right? Because people will still be hyped, like, when that stuff does come out. Like adult Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku and stuff like that, but Tanabata and Worldwide need to be hype if Golden Week is this lackluster. Yeah, Golden Week, Tanabata especially, because it's the next, like, big celebration after the Golden Week. Like, Tanabata needs to be really, really good, I think. Otherwise, people are going to be very disappointed with how things have been going so far. But I guess we'll see. But anyway, that brings us to the end of the stream. I appreciate you guys all coming out. Make sure you hit that like button if you have not already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit that follow button if you are on the Twitch side or the Dokkan side. Dokkan side? The TikTok side. No late stream tonight. And then, of course, tomorrow begins the World Tournament Weekend Special Event. 4 PM UK time. So it's what, like 11 AM EST, 8 AM PST, something like that. And if we hit all of our goals, as always with each of the weekend streams, we'll be streaming Friday, Saturday and Sunday. If we hit all the goals for the stream, it'll be an 8-hour stream on each of the 3 days, which totals up to 24 hours World Tournament streaming over the weekend. So hopefully I'll see you guys there tomorrow. Obviously earlier in the day before the stream starts, all the EZAs will be out, so I'll get a couple of those done, get the showcases recorded. Really looking forward to seeing how good that physical Bojack is, like, in-game, because he seems like he could actually be fairly decent, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. I also thought that Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was going to EZA, yeah. Or the Tech Goku and Gohan from the Cell thing, the What If one. But anyway, that is going to be it from me. I appreciate you guys coming out. I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.